So, hormonal health testing is controversial for many reasons, mostly because our hormones are constantly fluctuating left, right, up, and down on any given day, depending on where we are in our cycles as
Yeah.
women. So, you're just throwing a dart at a dartboard and randomly checking where it may land. And so, it can be confirmatory or overly confirmatory of something like full blown menopause, when in reality, if I had checked it 3 hours later, those numbers could have looked very different. So I use hormonal health testing as sort of the like third guardrail
Okay.
around my clinical and evidence based database that I use to help understand what's going on in your body. And that's to your earlier question, sort of what I think I do differently than, let's say, a conventional primary care doctor, is that I'm thinking very much about where you are in your monthly cycle, but
Mhm.
also in your perimenopause trajectory. And I use your symptoms first in order to help me understand where you might be in the throes of all of that. So it very much matters to me when I take a history about what's going on with your cycle. Is it getting heavier, shorter, closer together? Is PMS getting worse? What parts of your cycle are you noticing these symptoms be more profound for you? And so that's where tracking and my patients giving a really good history over time is so key. And then I might match that with objective data like lab work, for example. If I
Mhm.
know what day of your cycle it was drawn on, that does help me give a little more specificity around what might be going on. And then I can work backwards from there and say, okay, well, you're 37 and your cycles are getting a little closer together, and you're telling me your PMS is out of control. And so maybe, in my mind, I'm thinking progesterone is probably the likely thing that we're deficient in at this time, or maybe just suboptimal, right?